Your daily dose of knowledge. The Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the lungs of the earth, is a sprawling, dense tropical forest that spans across 9 countries in South America, including Brazil, Peru, Colombia, and Venezuela. It is the largest rainforest in the world, covering approximately 5.5 million square kilometers. This natural wonder is renowned for its unparalleled biodiversity, vital ecological significance, and the crucial role it plays in global climate regulation. The Amazon rainforest is home to an estimated 390 billion individual trees, representing approximately 16,000 different species, many of which are found nowhere else on the planet. The region also hosts an astonishing array of wildlife, including jaguars, sloths, macaques, and countless other species of mammals, birds, reptiles, and insects. The complex ecosystem of the Amazon sustains an incredible diversity of life, making it a critical hotspot for biological research and conservation efforts. In addition to its ecological importance, the Amazon rainforest plays a crucial role in global climate regulation. The vast expanse of trees and vegetation acts as a carbon sink, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and helping to mitigate the impacts of climate change. The region's hydrological cycle also influences weather patterns and rainfall not only in South America, but also at a global scale. The indigenous peoples of the Amazon have inhabited and stewarded the rainforest for millennia, maintaining a deep connection with the land and its resources. Their traditional knowledge and sustainable practices have contributed to the preservation of the rainforest's biodiversity and the well-being of its inhabitants. However, the Amazon faces numerous threats that endanger its ecological integrity and the livelihoods of the people who depend on it. One of the most significant challenges facing the Amazon rainforest is deforestation. Rampant logging, agricultural expansion, mining, and infrastructure development have led to the clearing of large swathes of forest, resulting in habitat loss, biodiversity depletion, and increased carbon emissions. The expansion of industrial agriculture, particularly for soy and cattle ranching, has been a major driver of deforestation in the region. Furthermore, climate change poses a growing threat to the Amazon rainforest. Rising temperatures, changes in precipitation patterns, and more frequent extreme weather events can disrupt the delicate balance of the ecosystem, leading to potential shifts in vegetation and impacts on wildlife. These changes could further exacerbate the vulnerability of the rainforest and its inhabitants.
The Amazon rainforest also faces social and political challenges. Indigenous communities and traditional populations often confront encroachments on their land rights, environmental degradation, and cultural marginalization. Conflicts over land use and resource extraction can lead to social unrest and human rights violations, posing additional threats to the well-being of the region's inhabitants. International efforts to address the challenges facing the Amazon rainforest have focused on conservation, sustainable development, and the recognition of indigenous rights. Conservation initiatives seek to protect large tracts of the rainforest, establish protected areas, and promote sustainable land management practices. Efforts to combat illegal logging and enforce environmental regulations aim to curb deforestation and preserve the integrity of the ecosystem. Sustainable development initiatives strive to support local communities and indigenous groups in maintaining their traditional livelihoods, while promoting economic opportunities that align with forest conservation. These efforts often involve the implementation of agroforestry, ecotourism, and other sustainable practices that can generate income while preserving the rainforest's ecological balance. Recognition of indigenous rights and traditional knowledge is fundamental to the preservation of the Amazon rainforest. Empowering indigenous communities to manage their territories and resources not only upholds their rights but also contributes to the conservation of the rainforest and the mitigation of climate change. Collaborative partnerships between indigenous peoples, governments, and non-governmental organizations are essential for the sustainable management of the Amazon's resources, and the protection of its invaluable cultural heritage. At the international level, agreements such as the Paris Agreement and the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change underscore the global significance of the Amazon rainforest and the need for coordinated action to address climate change and biodiversity loss. International cooperation and financial mechanisms aimed at supporting sustainable development and conservation efforts in the Amazon region are crucial for securing the future of this vital ecosystem.
In conclusion, the Amazon rainforest stands as a natural marvel of unparalleled biodiversity and ecological significance. Its preservation is essential not only for the well-being of the countless species that call it home, but also for the global climate system and the livelihoods of the indigenous communities who have safeguarded it for generations. Addressing the complex challenges facing the Amazon requires a holistic approach that integrates conservation, sustainable development, and the recognition of indigenous rights, all within the framework of international cooperation and shared responsibility. Only through concerted efforts can the Amazon rainforest be safeguarded for future generations and for the benefit of the entire planet.